Free food. No would-be gardener would fail to be excited by that promise. In a world where talking about inflation and supply chain has become a mainstream household topic, the issue of food security has taken on an ever greater importance. There are a lot of reasons to have your own garden. What you grow is likely more nutritious and delicious. It reduces your reliance on the supply chain, and it can give you a closer connection with nature. And yes, it can be a fantastic cost-saving measure as well. After all, where I live, some grocery stores are charging upwards of $10 for a lousy head of lettuce right now. However, I find that often newbies will get hung up on the savings piece and they'll dive headfirst in, only to realize they've bit off more than they can chew mid-season. Today I'm going to try to demystify some things around how much you can save by gardening based on some of my own recent results. Since I began gardening, I've enjoyed tracking my harvest productivity in a dollar amount. I find this to be a fun way to visualize my success, even if it's an imperfect metric. I aim to be conservative with these calculations. I use the non-organic best available price from my local stores to compare against. The fact that my veggies are organic and better tasting, that's just the cherry tomato on the cake. This year, my total savings came in at $668.94 thanks to my garden. This is based on the items I chose to track, which is primarily tomatoes, squash, and cucumber. Truth be told, I pull out much more than just those things from this space, but I've not found the drive or the motivation to record every bundle of kale I pull out of here just yet. So, $669, that's pretty decent, and I'm certainly not unhappy with it. But let's bring this number back down to earth a little bit. Part of it will be spent on tools. There's consumable supplies like soil and seed. I have to make the occasional improvement around the space, and there's also a fee to pay for the Garden Association as I'm in a community plot here. There's another consideration that's often conveniently left out though when people talk about gardening as a money-saving venture. The elephant in the room is time and effort. Watering, weeding, composting, even harvesting and storage, they all take up time and it can add up quickly. If my goal was solely to have some extra money, then I could have just taken a part-time minimum wage job and I would have earned that $669 in a couple weeks. I don't keep track of my time here, it's more of a hobby after all, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if I'm into the hundreds of hours of work for just this year alone. From a purely financial standpoint, it's a no-brainer. It's next to impossible to compete with the scale and efficiencies that commercial operations have. At the end of the day, like so many things in life, you just need to be in it for more than the money alone. But with variety, taste, enjoyment, and the environmental benefits, this shouldn't be too hard to find. The fact that doing something I enjoy puts a bit of money back into my pocket, that's just a nice bonus. Especially compared to other hobbies I have, which just take money out, never to be seen again. Gardening can be a great way to save money and increase your food security. However, it's important to keep in mind that it also requires time and effort. Ultimately, the true value lies in the enjoyment and satisfaction it brings you. So while it is fun to track your savings in dollar amounts, remember to appreciate the other rewards that come with the territory. Happy gardening out there, everyone. We'll see you next time.